Hello, everyone, and welcome to the info session for the graduate certificate in LGBTQ plus health. And it's important to note that this particular info session is for the fall 2024 application cycle. My name is Dr. Bobbie Emetu, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I am a faculty member within the Department of Health Sciences in the Public Health Program, and I will be serving as academic lead for this certificate program. I have taught many classes focused on public health and sexual health, such as queer health, HIV/STI prevention, cultural issues in healthcare, and that's just to name a few. My research interests are within the realm of sexual health, specifically HIV and STI prevention among sexual diverse individuals. That means that research projects that I have conducted has focused on public health, such as interventions, community-based participatory research, sexual health, health behavior, as well as healthcare utilization. My practical experiences in public health and sexual health include positions as a health HIV counselor and an evaluator for a sexual health initiative prior to my doctoral studies. So the premise of this graduate certificate program in LGBTQ plus health is to train current and future health practitioners and community leaders to develop and apply best practices in order to reduce health disparities and to improve health outcomes for sexual and gender diverse individuals. So that means that this professional certificate program is intended for people who are, one, either post-baccalaureate, meaning that they have a bachelor's degree, individuals who are pursuing a graduate program in social science or health-related graduate program, and third, individuals who are health professionals already in the field who would like additional expertise in LGBTQ plus health. So this program really utilizes a multidisciplinary lens and in intersectional analysis in order to address specific health issues, social determinants of health, disparities that specifically impacts this population. And then again, the idea is to apply strategies for advocating and caring for LGBT populations in a cultural appropriate domain. And it's important to note that classes may be applied towards a graduate program as an elective. So what I mean by this is, like, let's say someone has a bachelor's degree and they haven't pursued graduate school before. They can enroll into the certificate program. These are graduate classes, and maybe futuristically, these classes can be used as an electives in their futuristic graduate program. Or let's say someone is already in a graduate program. Someone can work on the certificate program simultaneously so that some of the classes that they take in the certificate program, they could apply it as an elective in their current graduate program. So this program has features and services that are geared towards the advancement of students. First, it has a convenient online delivery system, meaning that students will attend class completely online. It also is it has a work-friendly class schedule. That means that it understands that students have other responsibilities such as work, school, and other family obligations. This program is pretty much lumped together as a cohort-based learning format, which allows students to proceed through the program together as a group. This program is also 100% designed and taught by industry experts. So from day one, students will engage in a curriculum designed by industry experts. And there is 100% guarantee enrollment in all classes, meaning that your classes will be reserved for you. And finally, the program has a exceptional support system, which is indicating that students will receive one-on-one support from a team of dedicated individuals to make sure that students are personally and professionally successful. So the program entails 4 classes, which includes 3 classes which are considered more knowledge-based and 1 skill-based course. So the first class is HSCI 572, which is coined Foundations of LGBTQ plus Health. This course is intended to equip students from a multidisciplinary lens with foundational concepts that will prepare them to better become practitioners, leaders, and change agents on LGBTQ plus health issues. So it provides a lot of preliminary knowledge, such as theoretical concepts and other social and regulatory and medical concepts and historical concepts that are important for people to know. The second course is really HSCI 573. It's called Multidisciplinary Health Part 1, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Other Sexual Minorities. And this course really is intended to expand knowledge about the health and well-being of sexual diverse individuals. And it definitely is going to be teaching from various perspectives, including medicine, public health, social science, women's studies, and gender studies as well. The third class is HSCI 574, Multidisciplinary Health Part 2, Transgender, Non-Binary, and Gender Non-Conforming Persons. And this course is intended to expand knowledge in understanding the core or the basis of transgender, those who are non-binary, and those who are gender non-conforming, the health issues that surrounds that group. And also, too, so for example, this class really highlights adequate information that includes medical and endocrinological components to better understand the impact and the outcomes of hormone replacement therapy, for example, or gender affirming surgeries. There's so much more that's involved in this class, but that's just to quickly summarize. And the last class will be taught by me, and it's HSCI 575, Coined Strategies for Advocating for LGBTQ plus Health. And this is a skill-based class, so be mindful with the other three classes is more knowledge-based. This particular class is going to be more applied. So this is where one will apply skills that can be used to address structural barriers to quality care and also figure out ways to improve substantive information that will cover and navigate strategies that can be used to advocate and to improve the health of LGBTQ plus populations. And also it really hones in on helping students understand solutions that are culturally competent for LGBTQ plus folks. It's important to note that none of these classes will be taken together. The first class is going to be the first 8 weeks of the fall semester. The second class is going to be the second 8 weeks of the fall semester. The third class would be offered the first 8 weeks of the spring semester, and the last class would be the second 8 weeks of the spring semester. So none of these classes will be taken at the same time. They're all 8 weeks apart. It is important to note that this certificate program will have synchronous sessions, so it would be once a week, one night per week. And the classes will run between 5 to 9 p.m. depending on the instructor. The timing might be a little bit less. And the days of the week will be chosen by the instructor. But is it also important to highlight that students do not have to attend classes. Students may choose to watch the recording at a later time. This is one thing that SANG actually does with all of their programs, where individuals can watch the recording later, kind of do like a summary of it to indicate to the instructor that it has been watched. The reason being is SANG is really tries to be malleable in understanding that people have other financial obligations, other occupational obligations, and also other family obligations. So this is why the program is set up as such. So to reiterate, it will be 4 classes, and it would be completed in 1 year period. So on this slide, you will see the top companies that hire professionals within the healthcare field with LGBTQ plus specialties. And with all of these career opportunities, there are also job titles that might be appropriate. So a person could be a nurse, but a person can be a nurse with LGBTQ plus certification or LGBTQ plus emphasis, right? Or a person can be a case manager, program planner, or hospital administrator, or a health education specialist. This could be where a person can do the certificate program to really highlight that they have either specialty to work with the group that they want to, or they can help individuals in the community who might be LGBTQ+. Other job titles might be diversity and equity representative, or if one is a HIV outreach educator, or even for therapists and counselors. If someone is a gender and sexuality therapist, they can utilize this certificate to really demonstrate that they have expertise in the population, or even if someone is a school counselor, for example. So to be admitted to the program, and before I go any further, I just want to highlight that the website is here. I know that you cannot click on these since this is a recorded video, but you can just go to sanecollege.csun.edu/programs/LHC/apply. And with all of the clickable components, you can be able to access them. So to apply to the certificate program, one has to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree, and one has to have a GPA from that bachelor's degree of at least a 2.5. And then also one will need to have letters of recommendation in order to apply as well. But the website has more detailed information about how to apply. So you can feel free to go to this website here for that information. In terms of the tuition, as I mentioned, the sequence of the classes are cohorted, but the cost per unit is going to be $890, which works out to be $5,340 for the semester, and that would be a total cost for the year because it's only 4 classes, 2 semesters, so a total cost of $10,680. It's important to note that tuition does not have to be paid in full. People might choose to pay for tuition as they go. And I'll get to the financial aid piece in a little bit. So in order to apply, again, you can go to this website here. It's the same website, and that can have the clickable links. So you can definitely check out the document guideline that is linked to this presentation. So you will upload all your admission requirements. You will submit an application. You will pay a $70 application fee and then submit all of your transcripts. That means your undergraduate transcripts or any other schools or programs that you've been involved in. You would submit those transcripts and you would send them to the email address here, registrar@csun.edu, or you can mail in the transcript if it's more preferred. The priority deadline to apply to this program is March 19th, but it's really first come, first serve. So the earlier you apply, the better. And of course, the final deadline is going to be May 28th. And this particular program is financial aid eligible, means that students can apply to take loans, and loans can be used to fund this particular program. You can definitely go to the Federal Student Aid website as well. Our CSUN's federal school code, you could see it here. And we also do offer scholarships. Here is the link here for scholarships. So this kind of just gives you a resource of some of the scholarships that are available. We also do honor employer tuition reimbursement for any employer tuition reimbursement, except for if someone is a CSU employee. And then, of course, there's a lot of resources under Veterans Affairs. Someone can go and look through this. So if you're watching this video right now, you can just take a screenshot of this so that you can see the links and be able to review them later. So here is our team. This is your CSUN team. So Odette is going to be the program manager for the program. You could see her email address here, so you can contact her if you need anything or have any questions related to the program. The same goes for her number. Sarah is going to be our program support assistant, and we have added here her email address, followed by the phone number to reach Sarah. So please reach out to any of them for any questions. Feel free to reach out to me for any questions. In the beginning of the presentation, when I introduced myself, I had my email address present. And if you would like more information about the program, feel free to go to our website or call our main number as well. So thank you so much for listening to this info session. I hope that this provided some information about our certificate program. And we look forward to seeing your application, and we look forward to you joining us, hopefully. All right, bye for now.